Yo, happy holidays and all that good stuff, or whatever that is, Anyway, let's get down to this controversial topic of capture the flag on Revolution, our favorite drink. Well, some of us, I don't know. So, let's get to it. It's been a lot of talk about the German team never winning capture the flag on this map, or that capture the flag favors the Red Army. And neither of these things are true. In fact, if you go on our server 1, you will find that a lot of the times the Germans are winning. And what it really comes down to is just having a good team. If you don't have a good team, then the end result will be probably a loss. So just look around you and see what your team is doing wrong. See what's going on. And then you may have your answer. See what you're doing wrong. What class do you have? Do you all, and that's another thing, a lot of you all don't make classes geared toward certain game modes. And that's something you all need to do. Especially if you all are prestiging, because 10 prestiges gives you 5 extra classes to work with. So you should utilize that, take advantage of that, and create a class based on whatever the game mode it is being played. A lot of y'all got a bunch of TDM set classes, and those things aren't going to really help you. Well, they can. I'm not going to say they won't help you. It just depends on what role you take. But if you're really trying to help your team win this objective-based game mode, then you're going to have to come up with some sort of strategies. And a lot of people that play, they just don't have it. Now, if you see here, this particular area, this area is a, I think this side right here, just this rooftop area, encourages a lot of sniping. Now, that's still the team's fault if the majority of the team decides to stand up here and snipe all the time, because that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Just stand right there sniping all day. Now, when someone comes and snatches that flag and they're out, then what do? What can you do then? You can still take one shot and hopefully be very accurate and get your kill on. But if you happen to hit them once somewhere and they don't die, or if you happen to miss, then that's it. They're off with that flag onto the going right back home, So what are you gonna do? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have the team set up for that. You gotta have the team, good teammates, aware team, people that know what's going on when you're playing. You can't always really blame the sides, because if you peep the sides, both sides are almost the same, and give or take a few differences, and differences for art purposes, because they can't look exactly the same, but you can tell where some of the cutouts are over here, and on the other side with the Red Army, you can see clearly that they have similarities on both sides. I would say that the Germans actually have an advantage over on their side. And it's due to all this cover here. The Germans have a lot of cover to work with. They have a lot of areas to shoot from. They definitely got the overhead perspective. So there really shouldn't be much complaining about, Germans not winning, except if you just don't have a good, decent team. That's the only way. So that's possible. But yeah, just make sure you have the right classes set up for the maps you play on in different game modes. I'm not going to give any advice on that, because this is not an advice video. This is not a tips video. So I will not be giving up any of those, but you all have to figure that out for yourself. It's not hard. It's really logical. I mean, if you use your head, you understand what it is you have to do. You think about the enemy. You think about what they face coming to your location. So that's all it really is. So that's about this map. This map is a really good map for capture the flag. I know a lot of people, since they're on the losing team, a lot of times they don't think so. But it really is. So now I want to show you something here. So this is the Red Army side. I'm going to just keep this really brief. See, the Red Army has their sniper positions. But as you can see, it doesn't look as good as the German side sniper positions. But now you have this entryway. You have this here that leads to this rooftop, which is similar to this walkway here. Let's see. That walkway over to their location and this rooftop. Of course, the Germans have a great rooftop over here too. So they have a lot of area at the top. That's the slight advantage that they have over the Red Army, is they have a lot of upper room up there. But that can also distract them at the lower level. So with the Red Army, they don't have as much upper room. They have a lot of it, but they don't really have all the ledges and, you know, like this rooftop here is a good little space. You can see a lot here. But there's a lot of ground level over here. There's a lot of ground area for you to be at. And this little cutout here, little area over here, is similar to, let's see here. I don't know if I can see it from here. Oh, good eyesight to this location coming through here. So if you got good eyesight from here to here, this is probably similar to this area here, I would say. And this little area, this little area here, I don't know, one of these could be similar to the other cut out there at the top. So you have these two areas, and you have these two areas here. This area, this is an actual area here. What you see with this area here is just more of a, this also has a it's not connected, but it's, you know, to the rooftop here. You just can't get up there. You can come down, but you can't get up. So in this area, the Germans can come up here immediately, where you had to, if you were on the Red Army, you had to come all the way over here and come up. So both sides are pretty similar. And there you have it. I know that a lot of you will disagree, and I understand. A lot of you want to disagree on purpose, just because I guess it will make you all feel better to disagree. And that's cool too, I guess, whatever suits you. But just remember, the bottom line is going to always come down to your team. So if you have a decent team, you all will be able to make it work out, and the win will be in your favor. That's how it works. I also want to say that Dome isn't a bad map. That's another thing that is popular to say, that Dome is a bad map. But Dome didn't do it. Dome didn't do it. It's not Dome's fault. It's our fault. It's everybody that chooses to play on this map all at one time. All 40 plus of you all that play on this map at the same time. Don't blame the map for what you choose to do, because you choose to get on this small map and get down with the chaos. But I love the chaos. I've always loved the chaos. So I'm going to feel a bit differently. Not necessarily about whether the map is good or not, because the map is good for 4-on-4. The map is good for 5-on-5, you know? it's great for that. So it does have its use, and that's the design of it. Now, because we choose to get on there with, 20 versus 20, that's on us. That's what we chose to do. So we're the ones that make the situation bad, not the map. Let's not blame the map for that. Let's blame us, because we all didn't jump on there all at the same time. Then there wouldn't be a heavy number of kills, between 100 to 200 average, and there wouldn't be a high number of deaths that can go all the way up into 60s, 70s, sometimes 80s. I don't know, but that happens. And of course, there's a lot of spawning and that type of thing, or spawn into grenades and repeat deaths. That's what you're going to get on Dome. But guess what's worse than that? If you play Call of Duty 4 and you play Shipment, oh man. Shipment is a very small map. It's basically 1/3 of this map here. So if you thought that was bad, try Shipment with 50 players. This is all you're going to be doing on Shipment. That's all you're going to be doing is people spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. And then guess what? Then you have to reload, and now you're dying. You're going to get killed because you got to reload. And that's what it's going to all come down to until the end of the match. And so somebody's going to walk away with a hefty number of kills. Somebody's going to walk away with a hefty number of deaths. That's the way it goes. Kill House, the slightly bigger map. Is it slightly bigger? Well, it's just long. It's a longer map. I don't think it's bigger if you really put it in perspective. I think it's just longer. Kill House is another kill machine. There's a lot of small maps on the Call of Duties that are very popular. So that's all if you like it and you like to play with a large number of people on these small maps like I do and many others, then you'll enjoy it. Otherwise, yes, you'll hate it, especially if you're not fast enough to catch on to what's going on the map. Because when you spawn, you got to be ready to aim. You got to be ready to move very fast. Move, turn, be keen to what's going on. Have your a good eyesight, a good awareness of things, because you got a short amount of time for all of that. So this is not something like this is not Armor 3. You're not gonna sit here and assess the area. That's not gonna happen. You got to get on here and get with it right away, or you're dead. So that's what I'm going to say about this map here, one of my favorites, Dome. And lastly, before we watch a short match of war mode with a few people, I just wanted to say this. If you have any game ideas, different modes you want to see on different maps, shoot it to us over at PDElite.org. Just holler at us on the website, because we're always interested in what you all think, what you all want, because we hear a lot of complaints all the time, and we want to know what your complaints are. We actually want to know. It's not like we are trying to just be some kind of dictator server or whatever like that. We really want to know, because we're players like your players. We're just like you all. So it would be helpful if a lot of you all came to the forums from time to time and actually spoke out on a lot of these things, so that we can make changes. We have polls from time to time, so you can vote on those polls and see what maps you want to see in the rotation on whatever game modes you want to see on those maps in the rotation. So you just have to come tell us. And if you have a question about something, if you're wondering why this ain't like this or why this is like that, just come ask us, because we will answer the questions. We will let you know what's up. We talk to you. All of us want to enjoy the game, so we want you all to have fun, and that's what it's all about. We want you all to be comfortable and enjoying the game just like we want to. So now we're going to get into a war mode match, that we had. Anyway, it was a little short match on Upheaval because a couple of people asked quite a bit. They just really want to see this war mode, so it was like, all right, let's turn on this war mode for them. But I also want to say, check out, there's a song out right now called the Clan Song. And the Clan Song was made by the artist, the infamous Panther. And the Clan Song is about us, y'all. It's about us, guys. So, and it's a very good song. I got to give the infamous Panther props on that. And y'all should go check it out, man. It's pretty good. Really, really good. If you all have your streaming services, you know, your online music platforms and stuff like that, go give it a listen. You know, purchase it to support to support him and to support everything else that's going on. So yes, it's a good song to have in your collection. We're definitely proud of it, and we thank him for it. And yeah, that's gonna be about it. We probably have some links over on the site, but yeah, that wraps that up. You know what? Let's just get into some war mode. And with that, I holla.